Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Mouthfools Podcast. Hope you're having a spectacular day, folks. Welcome. Let me introduce you to three friends of mine who I love doing this podcast with, starting with, but in not the proper order of, Failboat, Daniel himself. Dan, I don't care about what your mouth is full of today, okay? That's overplayed. I've already asked that before. Don't act so disappointed, all right? I want to know today, what's your hand full of?
Oh, my hand is full of, Jay. My hand is full of this amazingly comfortable Screenwave blanket that they sent to me in the mail. And it is, this thing is just wonderful. This thing is cozy. This thing is soft. It's cozy. And it's given to me by Screenwave, the people that put on this podcast. So
wow, that's amazing. I would love to grab my Screenwave branded blanket, but it's downstairs. But thank you, podcast, for providing us with cozy and soft as described by Failboat.
It's making static.
Thank you for the electrically charged blanket.
It made static in my head.
Dangerous to hold.
You know, I don't think I need the blanket anymore. You know, it's too dangerous.
It's too soft. Okay.
Oh boy, Fyrus, aka Hayden, how you doing over there? What is your hand full of today?
Water.
It's full of water. That's a big, nice cold bottle of water there. I'm digging it.
Yes, sir.
Hydrate or dihydrate. How about you, GG Gabriel Gaming, aka Gabriel Gaming, aka Gab? What's your hand full of today?
My hand, by big surprise, is full of a cup. Actually, it's a Christmas cup because I didn't put them away. But it's holding something that's very mysterious that I will drink.
Oh boy.
Yes.
Take your guesses if you're watching on YouTube. Take a guess in the comment section. What do you think Gab's cup is full of? It's easier than you think. Don't overthink it. It's pretty
it's always the same thing. when in doubt, it's cup. Well, I mean, Fyrus is drinking water, so I shouldn't say that. But like, come on, I'm not a water drinker.
How dare you?
Yeah, as Dan drinks his weirdly bog green water.
The chemicals keep me alive.
Delicious. Yeah, the chemically treated water. And my name is Jaymoji, also known as Jay. And today my hand is full of Mario Kart. And the reason my hand is full of Mario Kart is because the topic we want to talk about today is something that I think is near and dear to all of our hearts. We want to talk about video game leaks and rumors, which I think is a very fascinating topic. If you have been on the internet at all lately, or on Twitter specifically, you may have seen a lot of people talking about, and it's been trending for the last couple of days as of the time we're recording this, Mario Kart 9 leaks and rumors are starting to spread around. This happens annually, but this year it's very special because supposedly there was a guy who was a marketing analyst or something like that.
Market analyst, yep.
Apparently it revealed that Mario Kart 9 is, in quotes, in development and has a new twist. Immediately, that's meme breeding ground, right? It was the title of a bunch of these articles on Twitter. People are memeing and there's tweets about people who are like, the new twist is going to be that they're not going to release it, or that it's going to be called Mario Kart 10 or something like that. But it really gets me thinking, like, man, I'm holding a copy of the Wii U edition of Mario Kart 8, the first one that came out in 2015, forever ago.
Has it already been that long?
I think it's been that long.
I feel like it's been longer almost. Oh my god.
Might even be 2014. I'm not too sure. But it was a long time ago. And then, of course, I had Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which itself came out, I want to say 5 years ago now? It came out
pretty much the same time as the Switch, right? I think.
Yeah, I think it came out a little bit later because it wasn't a launch title, but it was a long ass time ago, and that's what it is. And of course, we do have Mario Kart Tour, but
I'm holding in my hands a copy of Mario Kart Tour, the newest and greatest Mario Kart game, the latest and last Mario Kart game that will ever be released.
Yeah, not after that.
Home Circuit come after that.
That's true, actually. Home Circuit did come out after that. I think it did.
Oh,
so
you're
that's
right.
Just incorrect.
That thing I have growing cobwebs out of it in the corner of my room that I said I was going to play with, but never.
It's just like slipped under my radar, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I see it at the store every time I go there. I totally forgot that game came out, which is a shame because I should try it. I bet it would be fun. But it's been a long time since we've had like a proper console Mario Kart, and a lot of people obviously are like, man, this leak is the best that we got, so we're gonna cling on to it and hope that it's real. But I have to ask, right? Do you guys think there's any legitimacy to this, or for that matter, any Nintendo leak? Because it made me think, like, even with this, with like full game releases, has there ever been a Nintendo leak that was accurate, that ended up being true?
There absolutely has, yeah. Because a lot of these leaks are found, like, sure that there are some that are just like, you know, 4chan, like green text bullshit,
of course,
but like there are a lot of leaks that are just genuinely from someone that actually has a connection to someone that works for, say, Nintendo. A lot of the Smash roster was like legitimately leaked online. It was just amongst all of the fake leaks and rumors, so everyone was like, yeah, there's no shot this is gonna happen. I'm pretty sure every Ultimate character that came out was leaked ahead of time, but it was just amongst a load of other fake leaks, if that makes sense. Right. Like I heard at least I heard about almost every Smash character like at least a week before it was announced that it was potentially coming to Smash, and one way or another it did. Like I'm pretty sure the Tekken guy, Sora was like floating around like a week or so before he was actually announced. There were a couple others that I think it was like Banjo was one of them. So with the Mario Kart leak, I do think it's real because there's more to it than just, oh, it's in development. There was a little bit more substance to that. It was going to be released on the next Nintendo console. It's not going to be on the Switch. And it makes sense because the Switch is going to be, it's supposedly coming out next year, and the Switch is going to be 6 years old next year. So allegedly there's going to be like new hardware announced next year, and the Mario Kart, whatever it is going to be like a launch title for that new system. And it's like, we can get into all the speculation stuff about what the new console is going to be, but it makes sense that like the Switch is, they're going to upgrade the hardware after 6 years, because that's like a good life cycle for a console. That's and then the twist everyone thinks is it's going to be like Smash Bros but Mario Kart. So like, you know, not just Nintendo characters and stuff like that.
When you say next year, they're saying like 2023. Oh wow, we just got into 2022. Not gonna wait another year, but that's okay. I can wait on that. But Dan, you were gonna say something there.
Oh, I was just gonna add in. Yeah, I remember that was the case with Ken, where I distinctly remember out of all the fighters that were leaked early, Ken was the one that everyone was like, this can't exist, because it was just him giving a thumbs up in the middle of the Splatoon stage.
The thumbs up was like a sign of legitimacy for leaks at that point. Because it was like the thumbs up was in like 3 Smash leaks that turned out to be true after that.
They kept on putting it. They would just Photoshop Ken into obviously fake leaks. He was
in like 3 legitimate leaks after that as well.
No, absolutely. I just remember seeing people who made like ridiculously fake mods, but with a terribly photoshopped in Ken that's giving a thumbs up. Guys, it's real.
That's funny.
That was my favorite little part of it. Yeah. Will there be, or how many Nintendo leaks are there that are true? I mean, there are some I can think of that everyone was like, oh, this one has a little bit of stance to it. What was it, the Metroid trilogy or something?
I mean, there's a big list. I've got a big list of leaks that came with the Mario Kart thing here.
Other games?
I said that there was others. I said there was others before we started recording.
Oh, I missed out on that.
Yeah, what do we got on the list?
So it says their plans for 2022 are Legends Arceus, Kirby, Advance Wars 1 and 2, which we already know. There's a new casual IP, Splatoon 3, Fire Emblem Echoes, which hasn't been announced yet. Detective Pikachu sequel.
The movie?
No, the game. There's a. It's.
Oh
the
yeah,
It was on a DS, right? I think.
Yes, it was 3DS. Wind Waker and Twilight Princess. Mario and Rabbids 2.
Really?
So that'd be like a port, like Skyward Sword. So like Wind Waker HD and Twilight Princess HD.
Oh shit.
Mario and Rabbids 2, Bayonetta 3, Metroid Prime. They're talking about porting the first one to the Switch for some reason. A new 2D Donkey Kong game. Pokemon Let's Go sequels. So like Johto, I guess. Breath of the Wild 2 sequel, and then something from Monolith. That's the list.
So this all got leaked when the Mario Kart 9 thing come out.
Around the same time. This was like late last month, actually. So Mario Kart 9 came like maybe a little later, but
so it wasn't the same guy that just snitched on all of Nintendo's like future plans of like, look, Mario Kart 9 and also all this other shit is coming.
This was just a known leaker that's had some legitimacy behind him before.
Oh boy. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Wow. That's a big a lot of that we know is definitely coming. But when you started talking about stuff that wasn't announced, it was like, whoa, that could be like the Wind Waker.
And
I never played.
Metroid Dread, they're doing Metroid Dread DLC as well.
Oh, that makes sense. That was a huge game. I suppose inevitably something like that would have DLC. So that would
allegedly it's just a new difficulty mode though.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'd still be dope though. I still haven't played Metroid Dread. I'm so behind on all of that all you guys haven't played it. But oh my gosh, Wind Waker. That'd be so sick. I never played Wind Waker when I was a kid.
Wind Waker's hype.
Never played it at all.
I imagine having it on the Switch would be perfect. Because I think when Skyward Sword came out, a lot of people were upset that like it wasn't or when Skyward Sword HD remake was ported to Switch, I think a lot of people were upset that it wasn't like a Mario 35 type of thing where it was Skyward Sword, Wind Waker, or something else, and then Twilight Princess. So I guess it makes sense.
The fact that it cost so much considering what it was.
Oh, absolutely. And like if it were 3 games,
it's full retail price for a port of a Wii game.
Yeah. So I'm sure if they had given all 3, then it would make kind of more sense. But that's interesting though. Like I wonder, would it be like if that Wind Waker and Twilight Princess thing is true, wouldn't that further piss people off? That's like, okay, we released the HD remake of Skyward Sword, you paid full price. We know you wanted all 3, so we'll release all 3, but you still got to pay more full price for the other 2 of them. You know what I mean?
I think the mentality behind it is that they have like a Zelda game ready just in case they have to delay Breath of the Wild 2.
Oh, that does make sense.
Because they delayed Breath of the Wild so many times, and I'm guessing they want to have something ready to go whenever. And if Breath of the Wild 2 does get delayed, then at least we get Wind Waker and Twilight Princess. But if all goes to plan, we'll probably just get all 3 this year, which is kind of nutty.
Yeah, that's packed. That'd be huge. Good year to be a Zelda fan, I suppose.
Yeah, incredibly so.
Zelda fan with $120 to spend on 2 different full price games.
Precisely.
I slight tangent, the scummy Nintendo thing. I just remember it like brought back like a memory of what was it? New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. They released that game for the Switch, and I was like, if maybe a new Mario Maker would be cool, but I'll take this. And then like 1 month later, they're like Mario Maker 2, and I'm like, you dogs, you got me to buy this game right before you release something that's just way better.
Yeah. I guess they just needed more launch. Because was that a launch title for the Switch?
No, absolutely not.
No. Wasn't?
Nah.
Oh, because that would have made sense. Like at least if a lot of people didn't buy the Wii U and didn't play Mario Bros. U, it's like, okay, it's a Mario Bros. It's like that's a huge main title game, mainstream game, main series. So it would make sense if it was a launch title. Like, oh, you can buy like classic. You can buy a Nintendo and play the new Mario Bros. But like you can't. I don't even think there was any Mario game that came out on release on the Switch, because we waited like a month or 2 for this one, for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And like you're saying, I guess that with Mario Maker 2. So that's interesting. Yeah, I wonder why they did that. Which is? Oh, the Mario Kart game?
Yeah.
I didn't hear what you said. Sorry, you might cut out.
The logo for that game is a mess.
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Oh, it absolutely
Wii U
is.
Deluxe.
There we go. There we go.
Yeah. I haven't looked. I didn't buy the game because I was like, I played this. So I haven't actually seen it. But yeah. Oh, that brings back when the whole memes of just like they're putting Deluxe on every game. This is gonna be everything. There's gonna be no more sequels. The next Mario Kart game will be Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Won't that be something?
New Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Yeah.
The habit of adding new stuff.
That's the logo.
Oh, where is it? Wait, I want to see. Oh yeah, new Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. Remember it was just Mario Bros. It wasn't all these satellites floating around it. Oh man, that's cursed seeing you and then the Switch icons in the same within the same logo.
It's very weird.
That is very weird.
Bizarro. I have to wonder, like, maybe because I'm such like a Nintendo guy and I don't typically branch out to other game companies, I feel like I don't see that many leaks for things that aren't Nintendo. I guess that could just be that like my circles are Nintendo stuff, but like
I think it absolutely is that, because there are definitely leaks for stuff outside of this, like all the time.
Yeah,
it happens like almost on this. Everything has leaks, like movies, different companies. I think it's just because you're not like connected with that kind of that side of that community.
Right, that's true. It could be because I never see like people never talk about. I never see people talk about like, oh, Cyberpunk was leaked before it was announced to the world or something. Detroit beat like a PlayStation game or Sony games and stuff like that.
Because I hear about like Halo and Fortnite leaks all the time. So
oh yeah, Fortnite makes sense being as big as it is.
I do remember a Fortnite leak. I distinctly remember Naruto leaked. Was it like a magazine or something?
Naruto leaks?
Master Chief also leaked as well before it was a thing.
Oh yeah.
See, but Fortnite is just like, you could guess anything, and it's just like, it's almost inevitable that it'll be like, you know, like I could guess a random character and they'll be like, yeah, we're gonna put it in the game, by the way, because Fortnite has everything in it. Spider-Man, which I mean, we've been no-lifing Fortnite lately because the Spider-Man thing. Who would have guessed that? You know, it's crazy.
I want the ninja skin so badly.
I know you do. I know. Every time we play, you're just like, I'm waiting for it.
I'm so ready for it, dude. It hasn't been in the store for 161 days. I'm so ready for it.
Counting.
No, I haven't been counting. There's a website that keeps track of it. I just want this so badly. Look at it.
If you guys are watching the podcast, please send Fyrus a ninja Fortnite skin. Please have a heart. Dial this number. There's still time to help.
The day they add like Minecraft Steve to Fortnite is the day I never leave Fortnite.
Oh my god!
I mean, to be fair, it's more likely than you think.
Oh my god!
If they can add Master Chief, I think they can do anything at this point.
My friends have said that if I get Steve in Fortnite, they are no longer playing Fortnite. So I think it's going to get a lot of people in and a lot more people out if Steve makes it in there too. So
I think that's only the Smash crowd though, because Steve sucks in Smash. I feel like Steve, like it's only Smash Bros that people dislike Steve in. Like every other medium, like they're like, "Yo, Steve, this is great."
Steve, Minecraft.
It's how he is specifically in Smash that people are like, "Okay, there's an issue here."
That is a whole traumatized demographic of gamers, though. That is a whole group of people like very against Steve. It's not even like I wouldn't like Steve in this game. It's like if they don't add him, if they add him, I am just uninstalling. Like, and that is it. So
that's so bizarre.
Yeah, it's funny to me.
I mean, it's definitely perpetuated by you building dirt elves in the game. I'm sure that doesn't help the demographic. Trying to be a little more liberal in the way that they feel about it.
And they're right to hate him. They're so right, because I love watching them angry. Oh yeah, my favorite thing, watching people complain about Steve.
Yeah. But the whole thing about these leaks, even with the ones that we just talked about especially Nintendo leaks, gets me wondering if something is leaked and it's real, And like Nintendo knows that it's real. People are really starting to grasp onto it, and it's like it gets out there and it catches wind really well. The person who leaks it, if they like publicly say who they are, like this guy who leaked Mario Kart 9 or said that it's supposedly in development, at what point does the Nintendo step in and say, you know, put a black bag over his head and throw him in for questioning? You know what I mean? Like, how does he survive? But I can't upload Mario Kart with mods.
I have a very like skeptical nature when it comes to the legitimacy of leaks, because I feel like sometimes it is someone having a connection with a company. And at that point, the person who's leaking has they can't do anything to the person that's leaking. All they can do is like take down the tweet. They can't like do anything more than that, because they're not the one that leaked the. Yeah, I was gonna say they're not the ones that actually leaked the information. They just got given information. They have no like NDA. They haven't signed an NDA, so they didn't break the law. They just fucking decided to be like, yo, I'm gonna tell everyone on Twitter. But I feel like it's almost a marketing tactic. I feel like a lot of this stuff that turns out to be true is actually just an internal leak to try and build up traction and hype. Yeah. Like it happens with movies all the time where like something will get leaked, but if you really look at it, you're like, okay, how did this get leaked considering what it is? Yeah. And it'll be like footage from the camera or something that somehow gets onto the internet, and you're like, yeah, but really, how did that get out if it's not someone that's on the team doing that?
Someone at 8 a.m. sneaking into the office, tapping away at a computer and hitting tweet.
That's what I'm saying. It's I feel like, and maybe that's just me being very overly skeptical, but I feel like it's equal parts someone having a connection and then a company leaking their own stuff to try and build up traction, because like there's something about like, you know, they upload a trailer and like, a load of people are interested, but if there's something you're not supposed to see, oh, you mean I'm not supposed to see this 3-second clip of this game that hasn't been announced yet? Click. Do you see what I mean?
Have I ever told you guys? Exactly. Yes, that's the perfect word. Because have I ever told you guys about my theory about it's not really a theory, but it's just my like what if hypothetical about Endgame and Infinity War and all the stuff being leaked for that?
Oh, hashtag don't spoil Endgame.
All of you guys tilted your heads like this at the same time. So I'm assuming I haven't mentioned it to you. So I have this weird, I don't want to call it a theory because it sounds like I'm crazy if I keep saying it, but it does kind of play off of what Hayden was saying about the marketing thing. So when Infinity War came out, and I won't spoil it, but when Infinity War came out, the people who were spoiling Infinity War, which was apparently synonymously one of the most spoiled movies of our time because it was so big and it was a crazy ending, the people who were spoiling it weren't always people who saw it. Like obviously people who saw it were going on Twitter or whatever, but like even before the movie was premiered publicly, the people who were spoiling it were the actors. It was like Tom Holland. You could see clips of him in like interviews with people, cast interviews before the premieres and stuff, talking about the ending, and it's always Tom Holland. It's specifically him, and it's like he'll like go to a premiere. There's this one clip, he goes up on stage at a premiere with like a huge crowd of fans, and he makes a joke that references the end of the movie, and then the other actors are like, they haven't seen it yet.
The eyes.
I know about that, and I like it's fun to think it's like legitimately him just spoiling it and stuff, but I feel like because obviously all these actors have NDAs that they've signed. I feel like it's a bit for marketing. I feel like they're like, okay, we're gonna have Tom just openly spoil the movie to drum up hype, and everyone's gonna watch this clip of him making a blunder publicly. It's gonna be funny, it's gonna get traction. People are gonna be like, oh, this happens in the movie, I want to go see the movie now because he said this.
So based off of that, right, that's where my theory goes, is that was all fun and games that it was spoiled. Everybody was like, oh, Infinity War, whatever, we'll go see it, we'll see the ending. The part that makes it suspicious to me, and it could just be a great cosmic coincidence for them, but when Endgame came out, after all of Infinity War has been spoiled to hell for everyone, they marketed Endgame with the cast in commercials saying, don't spoil it.
Don't spoil Endgame.
Don't spoil it. My theory is that maybe they accidentally spoiled, a little bit of Infinity War, and the meme of Infinity War being spoiled went out. So then they could say, hey, Endgame is coming out. Don't spoil it. You might want to go in theaters before Tom accidentally tells the ending and it gets leaked, whatever. And I'll tell you what, it worked. Because I would have not gone to see an Endgame, but they put my ass in that theater. Because I'm like, I got to see it before the spoilers.
They're doing the same thing with No Way Home. The very same thing they did with Infinity War, but that's because they hyped up No Way Home as the same level as Endgame, and because it is like the biggest Spider-Man movie that they've released in that sense.
Definitely.
But like it's also like was leaked to hell and back like over a year ago. So they're like, shh, don't spoil it. Don't tell anyone what happens.
Don't
like, let people
come see it for yourself.
Let people see the movie. But like they in like clips on like YouTube and stuff, they acknowledge, they make subtle winks at like the leaks and stuff that have been rumored for over a year now. So like they're aware of it. They're playing with it because it's marketing.
It works. It worked on me. It works on plenty of people.
Exactly.
Totally.
But I think for me, coming back to marketing or leaks, and the big difference between drip marketing, which you can clearly see like the companies like playing along, like, oh no, this got leaked, don't look at it, please. And then they like put it in your face at the same time. Because I remember one of the biggest leak I witnessed, and it got silenced. So people got like, okay, this gotta be real. There's something wrong. Why did they silence it? And it was back in the days of StarCraft 2, and the ending of Heart of the Swarm got leaked, and it was all the panels, of the last cinematic of the game. And people were like, wow, that ending is so bad. It can't be true.
Oh, no.
And Blizzard removed and tried to sue everything, and people were like, oh, it's not marketing anymore. And I think that thing got leaked like 3 years in advance of the game, and then the game got released, and the ending was exactly frame by frame what was leaked, and people were like, oh, this is so sad.
Wait. So they were given an opportunity to fix it because they saw how upset people were, and they still released it after 3 years. That's funny. What a beautiful arc that is. For absolutely no redemption. Wow. I guess that makes sense. Other game companies having leaks like that. Jeez.
Yeah. Gab, go ahead.
Oh yeah, well, I don't know about you guys about the Nintendo leaks, but for me, whenever I see a Nintendo leak, and it's probably because of my childhood, but I never ever believe it. You gotta like prove it, like carbon copy, and somebody's gotta tell me this is gonna happen at what date, and there's a video footage and there's something, and I gotta have so many proof, because when I was young, there was always somebody at school that would say my uncle works at Nintendo and then this is gonna happen, and little naive me always believed that guy, and I always felt like such a fool that I was like, you know what, I will never ever trust another league, because I got fooled once, shame on me, but fool me twice, shame on me again. But anyway,
it's like
just because of that.
Oh, sorry, go on.
Oh, no, I was pretty much done.
I was just gonna say, it's like the reason I tend to believe these kind of things more and more is because more and more of these are coming true, and more of the leaks that I'm seeing like float around social media end up being like confirmed very shortly after. I remember what direct was Kirby announced in?
The same one with the one before Splatoon. So I guess the latest one. E3?
Yeah. No, it's the one after. Yeah. No, it was the one before Splatoon.
It was the one September 23rd.
But anyway, that like Kirby was leaked before it was announced, like a day or two before. It was just all over social media, and I'm like, and everyone was like, it's not gonna be a new Kirby game. It's not gonna be 3D open world. Because I saw it before I saw the direct. I saw like a new 3D open world Kirby game is gonna be coming to Switch in 2022. And it sounds like bullshit. But then it got announced 2 days later, and I was like,
well, shit.
Oh, shit, okay. So like more and more, I'm like, I mean, I'm not like I don't blindly believe leaks. Like I still take them with a pinch of salt, and I kind of like look at them with skepticism. But more and more, I'm kind of like, okay, this is interesting. I'll bear that in mind. So, yeah, this is just interesting.
Dude, the thing I wanted to say, the idea of leaks that were my last leaks, the leak that made me be like, y'all, this is the leak that I will never believe leaks again. The Grinch leak from Smash Brothers.
Smash, yes.
Which messed me up, dude, because they had so much proof, it seemed like, that this was the roster. For reference, it was a photo taken from a printing company that showed a printout of the Smash Ultimate completed roster banner. And everyone was kind of writing it off for a little bit. But then the Grinch movie came out, the new seasonal Grinch movie. And that was big because in that photo of the Smash banner, in the corner was a piece of unreleased promotional artwork for that Grinch movie. So the only way, like it suddenly had so much more validity that this actually might have been in a print room. No one else had that Grinch photo other than the print team. This could just be that. And it created
Sasquatch style.
Yeah, it created a stir. And everyone was saying this and that and this and that. Everyone was saying it was real. I was so convinced it was real. And then after it was confirmed to be fake, I saw so many people like, oh, I never believed that. And I'm like,
yeah,
there's not a shot, dude. That was everywhere. After that, I was like, nope. Never believe in another thing. I gotta see gameplay. I gotta see full HD 1080p gameplay for 3 minutes at a time from the official source if I'm ever gonna believe that stuff, man.
That's one of the big problems right now. The fake leaks are so good sometimes that you're like, is it a very clever fake or is it a real one? Because I remember it was a fake leak for Smash 2 that was Rayman in Smash. And the person actually animated.
Yeah, Smashified.
Yeah, Smashified. That's the thing. And for a long time, people were like, well, clearly Rayman's in it, because he reanimated the entire roster and added Rayman, and you could select him in a video. And then the guy came forward and said, no, this is all fake. This is Smashified. This is what I do. But it got crazy online. I remember people were like, okay, well, if Rayman got it in, maybe there's going to be more Rayman representative and all that, and maybe more assist trophies. And yeah, so it's so hard to actually tell. Is it just fake and I'm eating the fake turkey, or is it the real deal and I'm going to be proven that it happens? Because I think that's...
Sorry, go on, Gab.
Okay, and I think that's the big thing with leaks. You never know if it's just someone throwing a dart in the dark too, or if it's actually a legitimate leak. Because I remember during the Grinch, I think, leaks, the big thing was everyone was saying, this character is going to be in there, Sora's going to be in Smash, and just with absolutely no link, no backup, no nothing, just people saying, yep, it's going to happen, just trust me, I got this dude. And some of them were right, they just throw the dart right. Like, for example, I think Sora, a lot of people said Sora's going to be in Smash, it's so big, there's Cloud, there's etc.
Yeah, there's a thing. Way before he came out.
And I said that you were wrong, and I was incredibly wrong. Good lord.
There's I'm sure Gab, you might know of this. Do you know the guy on Twitter, Poofoo? Does that name come?
Poofoo. Poofoo goes crazy.
There's an artist and a graphic designer and animator, all the above, who huge Splatoon fan, really talented artist, too talented.
I hate Poofoo.
They make these leaks that are intended to obviously be it's fake, it's fan art, whatever, but they make it of Splatoon 3. So they'll take footage from the little crumbs of trailers and gameplay that we get, and they can use those aspects and create menus that they want the game to look like it's fan art essentially. But at a certain point, they're just so good at what they do that it looks real. And I was watching a fellow Splatoon streamer, SRB2 dude, looking into Splatoon 3 stuff. He's obviously very excited. He's got like 100 something viewers who are watching the stream, super excited about Splatoon 3. And somebody sends him a tweet and they're like, "Oh my god, dude, I found a Splatoon 3. There's a leak that came out." And he's like getting hype about it. And he looks at it. And he's like, "Oh, dude, is this real?" For like 5 minutes, he's like looking at it. He's like, "Whoa!" And then he looks at the Twitter handle. He's like, "Oh, it's Poofoo." It's like, well, all right,
dude. Poofoo, not always, obviously, will sometimes make tweets that kind of bait if it's like a fake leak. I forget what wording they've used in the past, but they were like, "Yo, I got this screenshot of Splatoon 3. Yo, new Splatoon 3 Joy-Cons," or something like that. Just believable enough, and people, I've seen some of their tweets, people just eat it up.
Yeah,
it's so funny.
I mean, it looks amazing. If as a Splatoon fan, you see the stuff that they make, and it's like, dude, I wish it could look like that. It's beautiful.
Poofoo's busted. Fantastic at what they do. And they have the trolling aspect.
Yeah,
perfect.
It's just
perfect Twitter.
for a Twitter account.
Yeah.
I kind of want to ask this. All of this talk about leaks and kind of hearing your guys' experiences with them and predictions and throwing dots in the dark, whatever, makes me wonder: do you guys like leaks, or would you rather just like stay away from them? Because I have to wonder, like, my personal experience, if it's something that I really care about, like a game that I'm excited for, personally, I don't want to see anything of it until like it's out. If there's a Splatoon 3 leak, I don't want to hear about it. Especially if it's one that people think has legitimacy and has traction, I don't want to know about it, whether it's true or not. Because if it ends up being true, in a way, to me, it kind of feels spoiled. But then obviously there's a whole lot of people who eat that stuff up, whether it's true or not. And especially when it comes up to be true, it has like a sense of like, we figured it out, therefore it belongs to the community, and it's a sense of like, we solved the puzzle and a mystery. But I never like experienced that. I always saw it as like, no, like not yet. I have to wait until the game comes out. I don't want to know yet. But I want to know your guys' experience with that, and if you like enjoy it or if it bothers you.
So it's weird. For stuff like it's like I think it only ever bothers me if it's a narrative spoiler. So like for movies and stuff, I don't want to know anything about it. If it's I don't want to know anything about the story or what happens or anything like that. I'm the same for games. I guess it's also different because as a content creator, I'm just like kind of in my head, I'm kind of drawn towards it. Like I like knowing what's possible.
Yeah, so you can be ready to talk about it.
Agreed.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's stuff to talk about. Especially if it's something that I specialize in, quote unquote. Say if it's like Splatoon 3 or if it's like Animal Crossing or something. The thing I would not want to know about is like say there's like Splatoon 3 gameplay or like mode leaks or something. I'd be fine with that. I'd eat that up, but I don't want to know anything about like the story mode or what happens like narratively, because I want to experience that for myself and like, you know, make content on it and it be like a genuine reaction. That's how I feel. I personally, I fall into the hype of leaks and rumors and stuff. I try and keep an open mind, and I'm like, yeah, it could happen, it could not, but I will stay completely clear of anything that ruins like a story.
That's interesting. Yeah, there's definitely an aspect that sucks you in that like I don't want to see, but everyone's talking about it, so like I kind of have to, you know.
Yeah, exactly. I see the second I see something talking about a storyline, I'm out. I'm fucking out of it.
Yeah, I don't want nothing to do with that.
Exactly.
For me, it's not even just storyline. I just don't even want to know gameplay, because I kind of trust that however they show the new gameplay feature is probably going to be way more hype than I look on Twitter and I see it trending that Kirby's in 3D. Like Kirby, like I'll just use Kirby 3D as an example because it's the most recent one I could think of. Like seeing that on Twitter beforehand, potential new Kirby 3D game, and it had like the title and everything, and I was like, damn. Because my reaction was genuine on my broadcast, but it was brought up a little bit when I saw the 3D, because it unfortunately did get leaked. As I said with the Grinch thing, I, despite everything, was not believing it until I saw it in front of me. Once I saw new Kirby, I'm like, okay, it's gonna be 3D. But like, dude, if I hadn't seen that leak and I had just seen the gameplay be like Kirby moves left and then right and then forward, I would have been like, ah! Even more so than I already was. So yeah, for me, the only kind of leak that I don't mind is data mines. When someone data mines something, because that doesn't guarantee its existence. Right. There was a time in Smash 4 at some point, they data mined a few things. One of those being Ryu, but another one hinting at a Rhythm Heaven character, which obviously never happened. But it was something that was just like, oh, this could happen. This could be how it is. I don't know. Even data mines, I'm not like super about. But if I had to pick one like kind of leak, I'm like okay with. I think data mines would have to be like the closest as it goes.
They're like little mini tiny whoops. It's already there, but we don't know if it's coming or not, kind of things. So
could be cut. It could be yeah.
Yeah, it's a good point. Good point. It's interesting. How about you, Gab?
For me, I think, leaks are kind of like the McDonald's of gaming. I know it's bad for me. I know I'm going to feel like crap after it, but I'm like, I just want one more, please.
Yeah.
I remember I can't... Oh, it was for Smash. I was looking for characters and all that, and I'm a huge Shantae fan. And for a while, there was like, oh, there's like Smash logos and Shantae everywhere. And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, I know it's fake, but there's a teeny tiny part of me that's like, but what if? And that part takes me away. And of course, when the leak turns to be fake or to be not true, because the freaking window in a Shantae game doesn't mean she's gonna be in Smash. And I'm so mad inside. I'm like, I let myself believe to that, and now my innocence is done. So it's really a guilty pleasure. I want more, but I know I'm gonna be disappointed and I know I'm gonna be mad, but I keep coming for it.
That makes sense. That makes sense. And you know, Dan kind of touched on this, and I want to ask Hayden and Gab as well. It's an interesting point, because you guys mentioned specific aspects of games. Like Hayden said, you don't want the story spoiled, but you know, a gameplay mechanic or a weapon or something that gets added, that makes sense, right? Because it contributes to that, but you don't want to spoil the story. And like you said, necessarily Gab with characters and stuff, but those are about games that are pre-existing. How do you guys feel about like a game that hasn't even been announced yet getting leaked? Like Hayden, for example, I would love to press you on that Wind Waker thing, because I know you're a big fan of that game. Right. Are you like, hell yeah, Wind Waker, or are you like, I don't want to know that yet?
I don't care, man. It's a port.
I guess
like,
that's a good point.
Valid.
You've already played it.
Like, sure, it's gonna be dope that it's on the Switch. Like, the Switch's library is just, I've said this like on nauseam, the Switch's library is fucking incredible. And being able to play more and more stuff on the Switch, especially ports, like, because I mean, it makes sense for the Wii U, because the Wii U flopped, like, fucking nobody bought that thing. And I mean, if it was like a new Zelda title or something else, then maybe I'd be a bit more like, whoa, I wish I didn't see that, because maybe the reveal would be cool. But it's just a port. It's gonna be the same thing as Skyward Sword HD. It's gonna the Wind Waker HD and Twilight Princess HD are just gonna be the Wii U versions, maybe with some slight quality of life updates. If
sure.
Yeah. So I'm just like, I mean, I'll get it. It's cool, but that's about it.
That makes sense.
I mean, it's probably more exciting for like someone like you that has never played it, for example.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, but that makes sense. I think a good point about like if it's a game that we don't know of, like if Breath of the Wild 2 got leaked and it was like, oh, it's happening, and be like, what the I want to see the trailer and the hype up, you know?
See, reveals and stuff, I know I said about narratives and stuff, but I like if I'd rather not know something before it's revealed, like a game or something, but like for an existing game, I don't care as long as it's not story based or it's not like crucial to the game. Say like like I saw a lot of Smash leaks, but like the whole idea of Smash is like getting into the hype of the new character being revealed and like watching the reveal happen and everyone like sharing that excitement kind of takes away from it if you already know the character.
Right.
Because and that's what I mean by if it's crucial to the game. Like Smash Bros, it's like essence is the roster.
Right.
It would be like, say, for example, what's another game? Like new characters and
Mario Kart?
maps being added to, like, I was gonna say, like, to Mario Kart or something. Like if like a new character and a map was like leaked for that, I'd be like, oh man, would be really cool to see that revealed. But if it's like an existing game and it's like just gameplay mechanics, like, oh, there's like, you can join Splatoon 3 with like password lobbies. That's just hype. Like, maybe I would react a tiny bit seeing that in a direct, but like, it's just, I don't care. That's just like a cool thing to know.
Right.
If that makes sense. I don't know. I feel like my answer is very wishy-washy there, but
no, I think that does make sense, and it brings up another kind of thought that I'm having about the Nintendo thing, about the Mario Kart thing, and off of what you're saying about Smash kind of does revolve around the hype and speculation of characters releasing. It's like 80% of what I barely ever play Smash, but like anybody who's anybody knows,
you get sucked into the hype. Yeah, of course.
You know when some shit's going down and a character's getting leaked or whatever. So
I mean,
I have to.
Twitter broke when Steve was announced for Smash.
Yeah.
So.
That was me refreshing it.
Yeah, exactly.
That was just me.
So I have to ask, right? Some of the leaks, and maybe not even leaks, rumors, theories, whatever, that people are having about this new twist that Mario Kart 9 is allegedly going to have, from what I've seen, is people are speculating, or at least just fantasizing about the idea of it being Nintendo Kart, that it has more of a theme. From what I'm seeing, people think more like Smash. Right? Probably not that, but
if they go any kind of route, sorry to cut you off there, but I feel like if they go any kind of route, it's going to be like Mario Kart, the Smash Bros route, like Mario Kart Ultimate, Mario Kart X, whatever.
Right.
Like it's gonna, because that's branding, right? If they immediately ditch the Mario Kart brand, then it's gonna be a lot of a harder sell. Plus, Nintendo Kart sounds fucking lame.
Stupid. Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah.
So,
F-Zero Deluxe.
Smash Bros, Nintendo, I don't fucking know. Super Nintendo
Fight guys.
Yeah, that's the one. Super Nintendo Fight.
Super Nintendo Fight. Do it. So that's my question is, how would you guys, as fellow Mario Kart fans, and if you weren't, I wouldn't talk to you, so I know you are, presumably, but
that's all right.
How would you guys feel if Mario Kart did go down that route and that rumor went towards that sort of just as a placeholder, Nintendo Kart?
I think it's like the natural progression of the series. I mean, they added Link, they added Animal Crossing, they added fucking Honda Civics.
My favorite Nintendo character.
I feel like it's like that's the only way they can go if they want to try and innovate it a little, like add fucking like other Nintendo properties like to the mix and add like Nintendo themed maps, because like, dude, they added Splatoon as well. That's not Mario. They added Splatoon, they added Animal Crossing, they added Zelda, and they each had their own maps, and those maps were sick. Like the Animal Crossing map with the different seasons, the Hyrule Castle, they changed the fucking coins to rupees, which was hype.
That was such a cool stage. That map entirely was sick.
Oh yeah,
F-Zero stages. That's not Mario.
That was sick. Those stages are just like amazing. Keep going.
yeah, no, you're right. And the Splatoon doesn't have a map. It has just a battle arena, right?
It's got a battle stage.
Yeah, it doesn't have an actual like race map.
That's a shame.
But like, if you compare what they added to Mario Kart 8, it like there's no shot they just go back on that and then they just like isolate it to Mario. It makes so much more sense to throw everything in, especially with how well Smash Bros does.
Oh yeah.
And like they can then do DLC where they like release new races, and it's like they can be third parties, maybe like the fucking Banjo in Mario Kart X, in quotation marks, that's what it's called,
right?
you know, they can like it like writes itself from a marketing point of view, because it's a way of keeping people interested. It's a way of marketing it post launch as well, because like, especially with Mario Kart, where they don't have to make a whole moveset, they just make a model and then they put it over like one of the classes, heavy, medium, light, and then they just give it like they probably give him like a special item or something that goes into the item pool.
3 poses over a jump.
You got a DLC. $5, please.
Yeah, exactly. The EA route for Mario Kart.
Genuinely, I feel like it's a missed opportunity if that's not the direction they're going to go with.
Yeah, I think with Mario Kart Tour, they kind of got into that too, with many character varieties and whatever.
On that idea of like, you know, if they did Nintendo Kart, whatever we're calling it, yes, if they did the DLC, I would only hope that they would do it like bundle style. Like $5 for Villager, Isabelle, and Tom Nook. $5 for Callie, Marina, Inkling. Something like that. Because you're right, it is a fundamentally simpler thing to implement. So I feel like I would really enjoy like a bundle of, you know, of just different of the same series in one.
That could do I mean, that could lead into similar to fighter packs, but they don't reveal who all is going to be in each pack, so that prolongs, similar to how they did with Ultimate, prolongs its lifespan. It's a best-selling series as it is, but they can really drag out the hype of like, we don't know the next racer that's going to come in. It's not, I guess, as versatile as Smash, because it's not like they have a move set. They'd just be, like you guys are saying, it'd just be the class. It would be one of the 5 poses that they do and some voice lines, whatever. But I mean, it gets people hyped up anyway. If we don't know, you know, that, oh, in the Animal Crossing pack, will it be Timmy and Tommy? And it's like the Double Dash style where you can switch between the two of them. Is it going to be just Tom Nook? Cool. Will it be a villager, you know, Brewster or whatever his name is? But that would that would prolong the lifespan by just adding, and then adding courses in the same vein that they add maps to Smash. Every time Animal Crossing pack comes out, Animal Crossing Cup, you know.
What I'm also secretly hoping, if it gets into, well, I don't think it's going to be called Nintendo Kart, because like, as we said, Mario Kart is way too big of a, you need to remove that, you know, they're keeping that.
It is, yeah.
What would be fantastic, since there has been a few card games on the Nintendo and all the franchise and all that, and I think like the next edition is definitely Kirby's gonna get in the game at some point. I'm like almost sure.
Please give me my air ride. Give me my almost air ride.
Kirby had Kirby Air Ride, and I know that there is a fervent fan base for City Trial. So if they could get DLC City Trial for Mario Kart, that would be absolutely bonkers good crazy. I would pay top money for that, Nintendo. Just take my idea. I don't care. I don't even need any rights on it. Just take it. It's yours. Make it, and I will buy 5 times. Like, just for me, my kid, my wife, and everyone.
I'm in.
It's gonna be great.
That sounds so cool. You pitched me. You just said that one like Nintendo Kart, but City Trial. Go ahead.
Ascension.
But yeah, fuck, what was I gonna say? I had something. It was the rumor / leak said it that the rumor / leak for whatever this Mario Kart game is, that the one that went and circulated the internet was that it's gonna be a twist. There's gonna be a twist on it, and there's gonna be new ways to fight, and there's gonna be new ways to like take people down. That's what people were like going crazy with speculating, and I think people were just thinking a bit too deep into it. I think, like, personally, I think it's just the Smash Bros thing where, you know, that's the twist. There's gonna be a bunch of people that aren't Mario characters in the game. Maybe they'll do something dumb that doesn't, well, not dumb, but like it doesn't really change the game at all. It's just a visual thing, like they did with Mario Kart 8 with the anti-grav stuff. I mean, it looks cool, but it didn't really do anything, did it? It just made the tracks like vertical, I guess, sometimes, which was kind of neat, but like it was just like a visual gimmick.
Right.
I forget I'm upside down.
They could do something like that. Or and then the new ways to interact and like take people down. I can't remember the exact wording. Will probably just be like new items and like new ways to interact with other players on the maps. Because Because like,
I'm glad you brought that up.
Because some people are like, yo, Smash Bros. Mario Kart? How are they going to interact? Are they going to jump out of the cars and fight each other? I'm like, are you
sure?
Are you listening to what you're saying?
Just like Luigi.
Bro.
Yo, who threw that red shell?
Mario Kart Road Rage.
I was gonna say Mario Kart Road Rage.
Oh my god, the perfect time. I'm coming for your ass. Get over here.
We get dash cam compilations of Mario Kart. I'm glad you brought that up.
The game for me. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm glad you brought that up because I did want to ask to Dan and Gab what you guys also like, what your theories are on what the twist will actually be. Because I do like what you're saying about how there's different characters and different modes and whatever else. And I'm kind of wondering, like, what else do you guys think? Like you said, the anti-gravity thing. Before that, it was the going underwater, and then I think before that, it was the gliders. Like, where else? What other twists could they go beyond? The gliders and the going underwater
thing were the same thing.
That was 7, right? Did they add that?
Yeah, but like 7 had gliders, but also underwater.
That's right. Yeah. So I'm wondering, like, where could they go beyond that? Where do you guys? What would you guys want?
Mario Kart, we had like the motorbikes. That's like that was the gimmick.
Doing wheelies and stunts and stuff.
Wheelies, so fucking
busted. Yeah.
I think if I had one gimmick, it's a weird one. It's probably not optimal by any means. But imagine if your cart could like sidestep. Like while driving straight forward, you know, like when those drivers where you only have like 3 or 4 lanes. Yeah. So you like I would love a Mario Kart that has some defensive ability you could do at any time with good timing. Sort of like a parry in a fighting game. I would love.
You have to like frame perfect it, and then you can dodge like a shell or something.
Because I'm thinking about it, right? What do you use the banana peel for when you're in first? You just hold it behind you.
You just hold it, yeah.
But like, what if you don't get a banana peel and you just get coins? You're like, god damn it, I just RNG'd my way into getting hit by a red shell. I would like some way to reliably be like, okay, red shell, 3, 2, 1, go. And I like can just narrowly dodge it with good timing. And if you bumped into someone, it could push them more than you moved. So it's like a little, get off the road.
Jab.
I would love to see something like, I think that would be a great way to like, it might change it too much. I don't know. I'm not a balancing man, but like, I think that would be a great defensive and also slightly offensive option. That's my thought. That's my thought.
Speaking of changing it too much, my gimmick would be giving them Gundams, essentially.
I don't know what that is. You have to elaborate.
Oh my god, that'd be so funny.
The carts just like transform into like mechs mid-race, and then you enter like you have like missiles and like it's like a shooter and you fight. It sounds really funny.
It'd be freaking awesome in battle mode. Are you kidding?
Like someone pisses you off with a blue shell, you just transform into a mech, turn around and fucking demolish it.
Dude, could you imagine instead of a bullet bill, you turn around and it's like going like a boom, 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 boom. It's like coming in from
punch the bullet bill back at them.
Oh my god, dude! What if you had like? What if there's like a 3v3 mode, and if you all got the same like unify item, you could all use it at once to create like that
combine.
Ah! I'm sorry, you got me thinking.
Style.
That's what I'm saying.
See, but like, okay, Gab, I know you wanted to share your thing, but I'm just thinking that's like the Nintendo thing that you would never see coming.
Yeah,
like Nintendo loves doing that stuff that you would never see coming. Like, everyone laughs at that idea. Oh, it's a mech in Mario Kart, but then they would do it, and we're like, "This is sick."
That's what I'm saying. I'm actually a leaker from Nintendo. Don't tell me.
Oh my god! This whole time,
mid Rainbow Road, just fucking transform and demolish the whole other team. Incredible.
I just want to add to that mech idea because my brain like connected some wires and I'm like, maybe it could be possible. What if it's the mech thing, but it's like the Power Ranger mech and in battle mode? So basically it's a battle mode where you have to collect like the Zords. Like you have to collect enough of the sword parts on something, and when you do, your entire team on a battle mode fuses into a sword, and you can chase the other team around and just squash them. That would be fantastic.
Seeing Mario fucking pilot a mech.
Just like coming at you. Terrifying.
Is that what your gimmick?
Change up the Mario Kart formula, ladies and gentlemen.
Absolutely. Is that what your gimmick would be, Gab? If you're pressing the twist.
I have a gimmick that would actually be based, and it's not that much of a gimmick, more just like a new weapon, but it would be from the new Super Mario World on the DS, I believe. Because there was a power-up in there, which was a blue shell. And I know that the blue shell is already taken in Mario Kart, you know, it's classic.
And you like...
Exactly.
My favorite ability.
What would you get is, you get a weapon, that's it would be probably another kind of blue shell. Or it could be the blue shell, but you get to choose what you want to do with it. Another option. Where basically, instead of driving, you get into the shell, and the longer you stay in the shell, the faster you go, but you lose all controls, and you bounce off walls. So that would be like the crazy... kind of, comeback mechanic, but at the same time, it's a real gamble because depending on what map, it would be absolutely useless. So that's maybe why I would put it like in a tandem with the regular blue shell.
That's one way to make you lose track and just throw up trying to keep track of where it's going.
Yeah.
And the thing is, knowing speedrunners and all that, I knew that with a mechanic that makes you go faster and faster, there would be some crazy techs possible. Just somebody jumping off the stage like... and it's like, okay, I did 3 laps. Good job, everybody.
That's brilliant. Well, good. Gab's gimmick would be to add blue shells to Mario Kart. Thank you for contributing. I think that would be funny, though. All of these are really good. I could totally, even as crazy as they are, I could totally see them in the game. And just the commentary and chaos that, tournaments would have would just be so nuts. I would love to see that. My gimmick
and Mario goes Gundam! I'm sorry.
Super Mario Kart.
Transformers DLC. He races Optimus Prime truck and it turns into actual Optimus Prime.
More that meets at the eye.
My gimmick, if I could have one, is vastly inferior as far as how interesting it is, but I think just as some type of gimmick they would add to the game that I think would be kind of cool is you guys all played Double Dash, right? Or have seen gameplay of it. Mm-hmm. Sweet, cool. Just want to make sure you guys can still be friends with me.
We're all old as hell. Don't worry, we've been around.
You. Facts, got you. So in Double Dash, if you get hit by a bomb or a blue shell, something explosive and really bad, the player on the back of the seat will drag on the car, which as an adult, now that I look at it, is so fucked up.
Morbid. It's incredibly morbid.
Their knees are destroyed with burn on
especially
Rainbow
when it's
Road and
baby
shit.
Mario or something.
Baby Bowser and shit. But or Bowser Jr. So that just makes me think, right? Maybe we won't get a Double Dash mechanic where you have 2 players. I think that might have been a one-off thing. They could bring it back in the future, but if it's a new mechanic we're talking about, what if there was something where if you're in first place, you get hit by a blue shell, you don't have a horn, maybe they don't even bring back horns, it's inevitable you're going to get hit by it. But rather than it being as explosive as it is before, you explode and then you sit there going for 6 minutes like you do now, right? And 30 people pass you and you end up in 31st place, right?
I see.
What if instead you got hit, it wasn't as bad of an explosion, it kind of jaunted you, but you got a flat tire, or you got some bent camber going, right? So you can keep
battle
driving.
Damage.
You can keep driving. You keep having whatever, a little bit of slowed down stuff. You can keep using items, but you're slowed down so that you can't go as fast. So people can pass you, but you can still get an item and save yourself from falling all the way to last. You can still try and drift a little bit. And then similar to Splatoon's ink armor, after a while it regenerates and then it comes back and then your wheel is fixed and then you can drive again.
Say, you could pull into a pit stop and he'd fucking
oh my god, dude, a pit stop.
A pit stop that you could pull into and you could just drive through it and they replace your tires. The little toads come out and replace your tires or some shit.
Disney Cars style where they're just and then you're right out again. Oh, that'd be hilarious. NASCAR mechanic to Mario Kart.
And you can actually choose, your pit stop crew, like their Shyguys or their Goombas or their Toads.
We have promotional images from Mario Kart of Toad in a pit thing with all the little tires and stuff.
What is he doing with that?
What's he doing with that? Jack shit. Put him to work, man.
Change some fucking tires, Toad. Come on, man.
Yeah, we don't pay you to look pretty because Lord knows you are not a looker. Sorry, Toad fans.
That was unnecessary. Come on.
That's all right. I know. I'm going to revoke my previous slander about Toad and his physical appearance. I made a mistake when I said about the Mushroom Man. I want to wrap this up with a question for all of you guys, because we've talked about leaks that are out there. We've talked about leaks that we already know have been proven to exist, maybe not. I really want to get out there with our imaginations. If you guys could create some leak, exactly, imagination. I want to know what type of leaks for some game that you want.
Sorry, go on.
Yeah, for those of you fake SpongeBob fans out there, if you could create any leak that you could make that could really be proven to be a game, nobody would believe you, but you were right. What would your leak be? What would your game be? For me,
Fortnite Kart. Sorry.
Wait, you might be onto something.
They did Among Us mode. Like, you telling me they couldn't do a racing game?
No.
They have cars.
Master Chief, Naruto, Rick Sanchez, Spider-Man,
and Jonesy
racing around in little go-karts, throwing like chug splashes at each other. And you have a pickaxe, you can just like whack their carts as you go past.
They have all the systems in place. They just need
to
do
that.
Put that together.
Episode when they announce it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh my god, dude,
Sorry,
you might actually be onto something.
But it was just mulling in my head after you said that.
I could see like the buildup of like, dude, I got something. Go to the Fortnite drawing board. We're gonna make it.
I've been playing way too much fucking Fortnite. I'm sorry. I've got Fortnite brainworms.
It's the brainworms. It's the brainworms, dude. I hear you, man. Totally. Legitimately though, that would be very fun. I think
it'd be funny.
That'd be funny. My teaser is just a fantasy of mine. We have a new Kirby 3D. Yeah, right. I'm two steps ahead. My fantasy, my ideal game that I would love to leak and have come into fruition would be a new Kirby Dream Course, but similar to this one, the new Kirby game coming out. It's 3D, it's beautiful, it's HD, it's classic. I can play Switch with my friends and we can play Dream Course and we can golf it up with the boys and more levels and DLC. Oh, what a dream that would be. Oh my god. People would be like, Jay, you're an idiot. They're not going to bring that game back. And I'd be like, yeah, well, I want it. Dream comes true, man. One day. I'll keep praying to the Nintendo
Dream
gods.
course come true.
Dream course come true. That's right. Thank you, Dab. Put some flex tape on that punchline that I missed. But how about you guys?
Fortnite Kart. Oh, sorry, go on.
Come on!
Sorry, go on.
The kind of league that I would do would actually not even be that much of a league, but it's like a super anticipation league, Like I would put something in The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time that would be a leak to Breath of the Wild 2. So it would have been like a 20-year slow burn that you get into Breath of the Wild 2 and you're like, wait a minute. There was a hint in Ocarina of Time that, and then my leak would be, and it would be the kind of leak that people would be like, no way, is that Link will die in the early game of Breath of the Wild 2, and you're actually gonna get to play Zelda for the rest of the game. So the freaking Legend of Zelda will be about playing Zelda. That's gonna be my leak.
Don't get me excited.
He technically dies in Breath of the Wild, doesn't he? Like at the start. And then
Bring out the shark.
Like the fucking Chamber of Resurrection because he took a massive L against Ganon.
Yeah. Well, he dies again.
He died for real this time. There's no resurrection chamber. He's fucked.
Yeah.
They rip him limb from limb.
Yeah. Thanos just arrives, snaps his neck, and no resurrection this time. And he just snaps away.
Amazing crossover. How about you, Dan?
The only one I have, and it would be for a new Mario game, something where Mario can switch out, or it's not just Mario doing the platforming. You can switch to other characters to get to. And he has a gun. And he has a gun. Every character that he switches to also has a gun. They have different types of guns.
Shadow, why not Mario?
Yeah, exactly.
true.
Luigi with a gun. Exactly. That's how I'm seeing it. Now, like, switching out between different platforming characters. Like, this would make, this would be insane. I'm not sure how they would execute it. But, like, what if you could play as it's a Mario 3D platformer, but something's too far up, you switch to Kirby. So Kirby can do all the jumps up there. Something like that. Some 3D platformer, but you can switch between other Nintendo franchise platformers.
Space Emissary?
You just created Sonic. You just basically.
No, you're right. Space Emissary.
You're proposing Sonic Heroes as a Mario game, essentially. That's kind of what that was,
that's
right?
a good point. I've never played that game, but yes, I suppose I haven't played it, but
kinda, yeah, because like you have like the fly speed and like power with like Tail Sonic, Knuckles.
Do you switch between platformers like on the fly?
Kind of. So how Sonic Heroes works is like you play as different teams, like you go and you're controlling all three of them at once, but like you switch who's in the lead. So like Sonic will be running really fast, and then you press like the triangle button and you switch to Tails, and Tails can fly. Yeah. And then if you want to like punch through an obstacle, you press triangle again, and you can be Knuckles, and he just picks up his friends and just kind of bashes things with them. It's kind of fun.
You think about it? Like,
yeah.
Effectively, effectively Sonic Heroes, but a Mario style game between different franchises. Even, not even between different franchises. If it was just, Sonic Heroes, be damned here.
Bros Heroes.
Smash Heroes.
I'm just Mario Champions, no relation to Sonic Hero.
If it was just, Mario, Luigi, Wario or something, and they just like rotate it out. Yeah, exactly. Perfect.
Because they've gotten super inventive with like RPGs and stuff. Like, I don't know why they haven't like kind of pushed the barrel out a bit more off the platformer side.
Yep, that's my thought.
They did a fucking Rabbids crossover that's an RTS, so...
Yeah, the door's always open for anything at that point. Yeah, I like these ideas. These ideas that you guys came up with legitimately are like... I would love to play them and have them be real things.
Fortnite.
I know. Fortnite Kart. I just want to make sure everyone understands how serious Fortnite Kart is and the potential that awaits here. Okay, we're talking about some real shit. But I have to say, the only leaks that we have left are the tears from the eyes of our viewers, because this episode is now drawing to a conclusion.
Shit.
I know. It's deep. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching this episode of Mouthfuls. If you enjoyed this, please be sure to subscribe. We love what we do here. We love hanging out with you. Make sure you check out my friends here, youtube.com/GG Gabriel Gaming, youtube.com/Fyrus, and youtube.com/Failboat103. That's like Failboat103. I said your full name.
Yeah, you don't even need to do the 103.
Everyone make fun of him when you subscribe. And with that said, bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Farewell. Goodbye. Goodbye. Do the Queen wave. Goodbye.
I have so many things I want to talk about. I'm like gonna get off track here.
This is the case of a game that was far more popular in Japan than it was in the United States.
They never went to Mordor. What are you talking about? It's kind of weird.
But there's real detail. There's like wiring underneath.
They're one and done. That's it. Sold out. So they're super hard to come by.
You heard him, guys. Bring it back. Here we go again. Round two.